Am I live? I don't know. This camera on this thing is so like odd. Testing, testing, testing. Ah, people are coming in. Who are you? I can't even see. I can't even see who is in here, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting on folks to come in because I want to have a conversation about this Facebook block. I can't see who's in here though. Damn. I can't see who's here, but I see 5 people are here. Oof. Okay. 4. I still can't see. So let me view it on Facebook because I can't see who's here. Hi, Anita. Oh shit. I mute myself. Okay. Can you see me okay? I'm trying to test this shit out, but I might just have to go live like regular. I have to try this again because I'm not understanding this. Oh, they can see I'm watching too. Okay. This is so odd. It's like I'm using this for the first time. Testing, testing, testing. I may have to sign out and come back and just do live on Facebook. So I can't really understand how this works. Oh, and it's a delay. Great. All right. Hi, Satine. I just want to talk to y'all really quick about this goddamn block, though. It doesn't seem really important, but it's some real bullshit. Let me try to move this light up a little closer because this camera is not the greatest on my laptop. I kind of wish I was doing it from my cell phone, which I might switch to. Okay. Thank you, Ren. Yeah, I just, there's a lot. There's so much that was happening when I was gone for that month. When I was blocked, I don't want to say I'm gone like, some shit happened, but a lot was going on that I couldn't respond to. Let me get some light. Like, I don't like the way this camera is making me look. Like, you see, that's so much better. I don't like the way this is making me look. But look, all right, so there's 10 folks in here. So I want to just talk to y'all really quick about why I was blocked. And I'm actually not even finding this shit funny anymore. Like, it's actually ridiculous. So I posted that video that you may or may not have seen going around where the nurse was crying about Black people being deliberately left to die in the hospitals. And I got blocked. I got blocked like almost immediately from posting that thing. I had seen it circulating before, and I ignored it because I was like, is this some bullshit? Because I was seeing a couple of videos like that. And I was like, yo, is this some fucking bullshit? Like, to like scare people or whatever. So I totally ignored it. But then I saw a poster, Son of Baldwin, post it. And I was like, oh, this is real. Because when Baldwin posts things, it's not bullshit. I assume it's research and he thought about it, right? Because that's why I follow this person. Like, I think their sources and reasons for posting are legit. So anywho, I posted it and then immediately got blocked. And, someone just said to me, like, there's like trolls on your page. I'm like, no, actually it wasn't, because the way that Facebook messaged the the blocking of my account when they alerted me was to tell me that basically it was them. They saw it. So I disputed it, and they came back really quickly and was just like, sorry, it goes against our community standards. You're still blocked for 30 days. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? So look, y'all, this shit is actually not funny. And I'm constantly talking about how this bot named Facebook just needs to be completely unplugged, because to sit here, even through all their like Black Lives Matter training and having people that are leaders in this BLM movement come into their office and being invited to their spaces to talk about sensitivity and how to deal with Black people and their voices and their stories, and even in the wake of that, they are still doing this bullshit, you know? And when people are like hee hee hawing and ask me what I do now to get blocked on Facebook, I was speaking about Black people, okay? And this is not all right. To have some goddamn invisible racist machine telling me that speaking about Black people deliberately getting killed is really anti-Black and racist, period, end of story. No argument, nothing can be had about that, okay? To try and silence the voices of these people, of our people, my people, and telling us that we can't tell the truth about what's happening with us, it's bizarre. So I want to tell y'all, when your friends are getting blocked, particularly when they're Black, for speaking out against these issues or trying to alert you to these issues, that is also a part of our liberation, to stop these fucking bots like Facebook from doing this shit. This is like it's not light. It's not that important. It is actually quite important, because this is why a lot of other people behave or feign ignorance to these situations, you know? It's like, oh, we didn't know. And in some regard, they probably don't know, because there's constant blocking of us telling our experiences and speaking about our history. Jesus Christ, the door is open and it's loud. Speaking about our history, because we always have these powers that be silencing us and telling us that, no, you can't do that. And fucking blocked me for 30 goddamn days because I posted about that. So when we're trying to tell you stuff, Black people are trying to tell you things, of course it's fucking hard for you to believe us, because you have a whole system in place putting up these barriers to where you can't even hear what the fuck's really happening to us. And this is not okay. And do not wait for it to happen to you continuously for you to take it seriously. Facebook got to be stopped, like, period. Like, I don't care about my history anymore on here and saving pictures and videos and posts. They just need to be shut the fuck down. Like Mark Zuckerberg and all his fucking power that be people in the background creating these algorithms and these codes to stop Black people and other people from talking about their realities, they actually need to be stopped. Yes, even the algorithms are fucking racist. So in this whole fight against racism, against anti-Blackness, if you think that these social media platforms aren't a part of that fight, you're crazy. I'm here to tell you that firsthand, because the way that they're coding these algorithms is to continue this legacy of racism. And it's not going to just stop at like, don't kill a Black person. It's not going to just stop it there. This right here has got to really be nipped in the bud. This is fucking crazy. Black people are deliberately getting left to die in hospitals. You post about it and they tell you it goes against your community, goes against the community standards. I've literally seen people being decapitated on Facebook videos, women being chopped up by their partners on Facebook videos. I've seen this shit. I've seen people in a car accident with limbs in real life all over the street on Facebook videos. I've seen, racist people being able to get away with just being the most disgusting, vile, cruel human beings on Facebook chats. But I come and I post a video about how Black people are being deliberately left to die, and I get blocked for 30 days. I can't fucking speak. I couldn't even message anybody. And that seems like, might seem frivolous to you all, but I'm telling you that it's not. It really is not. And if you're really thinking about doing this work about, anti-racist behavior and anti-Black behavior and trying to dismantle that, you've got to understand that it also really goes down to this coding, because they're creating, yes, hypocrisy at best of their standards. Huge fucking hypocrisy. Huge. because women and every other people on earth can get abused on this platform in many different ways, from the silencing to the verbal assaults that come from these trolls, and nobody, they have nothing to say. But the moment a Black person speaks up about what's happening and tries to bring awareness, they're blocking people, they're stopping people from talking. This is exactly the history of American culture. You understand? It's a history, it's a legacy. And if we're going to talk about dismantling that legacy, this bot needs to be put in control. Zuckerberg has too much power. He has too much fucking power. His people that are over there creating this language, this coding that's now also continuing the legacy of racism, has too much power. Pull the fucking plug on this goddamn bot. Like, I don't know if we need to all collectively leave or what, but this is bullshit. Okay, so I really just wanted to like bring that out there and tell y'all this is why it's not funny. Don't fucking ask me, ha 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 ha, why'd you get blocked? What you do? I didn't show the dangerous female nipple. I didn't even show an ass crack. I didn't even show spread my pussy open. I spoke about Black people, and that's why I got blocked, and I'm fucking pissed. I'm pissed. So whatever, y'all want to do that work? I don't know where that needs to start, but something's got to be done. I want to also take this time, because I'm not going to stay on here for long because I've got lots of schoolwork to do. I want to take this time to just make a passing comment about Dave Chappelle's YouTube show that I watched yesterday. And this goes back to dismantling systems of oppression, right? I know a lot of you out there love Chappelle, and I actually think that the showcase was very powerful. You know what I mean? And as I'm watching and agreeing with a lot of the things that he was saying, there was also these thoughts that were like in the back of my head that I'm still trying to formulate how I really feel about it. But I did read Son of Baldwin's post and was like, yes, this is exactly what I was thinking. So I'm not stealing from anyone. These are also my thoughts as a Black person. As a Black woman, as someone who's very involved in, you know, our LGBT culture and community, and who also identifies as such, Chappelle has the kind of, wow, even Black Women's Free Library was suspended. Wow. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm like seeing some of the comments come in. Wow, what the fuck did she post that could have actually gotten her back? Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. But this is why people like Chappelle are really important, and they really need to use their position of power differently. So anyway, I'm watching this thing and agreeing with a lot of the things he said, but I cannot help but the misogyny made me cringe, and the lack of speaking about other people who have died, trans people in particular who have died at the violence of police, and have just died of violence in this country because it's anti-Black, anti-woman, anti-trans, anti-anything that is not cis male. I found this to be profoundly fucking upsetting. Like, I know y'all love him, and I know some of y'all think he's a genius. I can see why y'all think he's a genius, but he ain't no fucking genius to me. Genius to me is like, what's his fucking name? I remember his name earlier. It's an old comedian that got called out for raping Richard Pryor's son, I believe, was it? Or something like that. Paul Mooney. Despite that, I know that's fucked up, but that is some genius comedy to me, because, you know, it just speaks truth to power. Anyway, Chappelle is there doing this thing, adamantly speaking with force and speaking with such veracity and animosity about the police violence. And just in his last special, well, his last special wasn't as worse as the one before it, but just in that special, fucking sitting there, pretty much mocking trans people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there and I'm watching this shit, and, you know, I think it's deep and all that onto a certain level, but this is the same motherfucker that was sitting there talking about dicks on the table when referring to trans people. And, you know, I gotta tell you, this whole thing where we attack women's pussies when we want to insult them, is old. Y'all need to let that shit the fuck go. It is so misogynistic at its core, and a lot of you came out of a fucking pussy which may not have even smelled good. Okay, y'all came out of one, with the exceptions of the one that, you know, C-section. It was the fucking dick being inserted in the pussy that brought you motherfuckers here. And I am baffled that all these years later that women still have to fucking fight against this misogyny. Stop fucking talking about women's pussy stinking. Even if you're trying to insult someone, like, I don't like those people that he was talking about. None of them. They're disgusting fucking wretched ass bitches. You know what I mean? But God damn it, stop fucking talking about how women's pussy stink. Like, it is so, there's nothing creative about it. And I'm wondering if there's a new way to insult us when we have wronged you. But bigger than that, the absence of speaking about the trans people that have been murdered in the USA was very enlightening to me. He's positioned in a way that people are going to listen to him. He's positioned in a way that he could be the fucking hero. Not that he necessarily wants to, but he could fucking be the hero. He could be the person that really enlightens a lot of people to change and do better. And what I've noticed about this entire BLM movement is how, even with a lot of the leaders being women, because women and LGBT people started this shit, right? 3 Black, femme-looking, LGBT. I think maybe 2 of them are identify as queer. Started this shit, and even though it is women at the forefront of this, somehow this movement is still very cis, hetero, male centered, and I'm fucking confused. I'm absolutely fucking confused by this. Breonna Taylor and Corinne Gaines and Sandra Bland and everybody has been forgotten, along with all the other trans deaths that have appeared. I think maybe of course his special was like created before the current 2 trans deaths that took place, where one was literally like mauled, limbs fucking like cut off, chopped off, you know. It was created, I'm sure it was done before then, at least I think. But there were so many others before that were not mentioned. Cis males, y'all gotta do better. You cis hetero males, you've got to fucking do better, because, and additionally, another thing, if y'all think that y'all are gonna have a Black liberation and completely exclude Black people who are trans and Black people who are femme or women, or identify as women, or Black people who are sex workers, you're not going to get it. We're going to be right back here in a few years, because y'all can't have complete Black liberation and then exclude a whole fucking population of people that this shit was fucking built on. Okay, I'm tired of seeing y'all talk about Black Lives Matter, but it's really about Black male lives matter. Get the fuck out of here with that. I can't rock with that. If this is what this movement's going to be about, I can't fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not fucking with that shit, especially as somebody who sometimes identifies as male or king. I know y'all think that's a fucking joke, but I've been like kind of like that for much of my life, right? I don't go out publicly saying that shit, because I do know that I'm female and have all that female privilege or whatever. But, you know, like, I can't respect this movement that seems to be so centered around the male body. Because what I noticed with one of the last deaths that happened, I don't know if this thing happened in January, where a Black man, it was when Kobe, shit, girl, you are so fucking right. I don't think I'm recording this. I don't know. I actually don't even know how to record this, because I'm using like a platform where I can stream from different things. So I really do hope you are absolutely right. If Shani actually comes in and sees this, Shani, if you can tell me how to record on StreamYard, I'd love you forever. But I feel like it's going to save, and I hope that it is. But as I was saying, this movement is very centered around Black male bodies, which is fine. I've given birth to a Black male. Black males raised me, and they were great male figures in my life. You know, my dad is a Black male. You understand? So I don't hate Black males, but what I do hate is how we center this shit and act like nobody else exists. Y'all cannot get my fucking support if the only thing that matters is Black male bodies within the Black Lives Matter movement. Absolutely not. I will. Thanks, Ola. Absolutely not. How is this person that's positioned so fucking high in your consciousness, this Black male comedian, sat there and spoke with such vigor and understood that whole historical context, how it aligned with numbers in his life and how it aligned with his family history? How is it that someone that could understand that to such a degree completely fucking forget that there are other black people outside of the male gaze that exist in this movement? Y'all can't do that. I promise you, if you think you're going to have this liberation by centering male bodies, you're going to be here again in a few fucking years. You cannot do that. If you're going to do this shit thoroughly. You need to be fucking fighting for the liberation of black fucking women as well, especially when black women are at the forefront of this goddamn movement. To see so much of that being forgotten and so much of the conversation, I'm looking at it and I see a bit more coming out about Breonna Taylor, but it's like an afterthought. And I'm so confused. I'm so confused. This woman was in her fucking house and got shot up by the fucking cops. Like, how much of a perfect victim do we have to be for you to accept that our death matters as well? Yeah, you're right. They feel that's where the power lies. It's in the male gaze. Women got so much fucking work to do on this issue. We got so much fucking work to do on our own. So I can't sit here and fucking like fight for black male liberation if it's gonna be stomping on me. Hell no. And Chappelle, I hear you. The streets are talking. They don't need you. Okay, but you spoke. You did a whole fucking, what was it? How many minutes was it? Less than 30 minutes, just under 30 minutes, or about 30 minutes, and you spoke heavily about a black male body and completely fucking forgot everyone else that died. And it's us, the women, doing this work to try and push to the forefront the femmes and the trans people that died. That shit is not right. How are y'all gonna have a whole goddamn movement and exclude a whole bunch of it was too long. How y'all gonna have a whole movement and exclude a whole? Nah, I can't rock with that, people. So y'all gotta do better. If y'all gonna like scream Black Lives Matter, please consider that black whores matter too. I mean, look, the black sex workers were out here getting murdered by a goddamn serial killer. You understand? And the reason why the serial killers got killed by what was his fucking name? Something Little. They call him the Grim Sleeper. The reason why he was able to kill as many black sex workers as he did was because the cops let it happen. That is also an act of fucking violence. Though the cops weren't actually killing them, they let it happen. Go watch the goddamn movie. I know a lot of you think that, you know, sex workers' lives don't matter because sex is just some frivolous activity that you do and no one should get paid for it. I understand if you whack his fucking bed, because that's conversation, right? That's for people who don't know how to fuck. You don't know what work is. You don't even know what sex is. And also, you don't even know what the fuck sex workers actually do. So I expect you to spew that ignorance. Who cares about sex workers? You better fucking care, because sex workers are like ninjas and you never know when one of us are in the goddamn room. Because damn near every fucking woman, femme identifying person that you know, or even some trans people and some male body people are out there selling sex to survive this fucking life, selling sex to thrive, selling sex to live. And when I say sex, I'm not talking about intercourse, penetration. I'm talking about virtual experiences like hamming, phone sex, stripping, doming. There's a whole bunch of legal sex that happens within sex work, and that y'all need to understand. So y'all may not give a fuck about the black sex workers that are dying, but I fucking do, because I am the #1 black hoe. Suck dick on 5 continents. I am not ashamed of it, baby. I do what the fuck I need to do, but y'all better start fucking caring about these sex workers' lives. And y'all need to stop talking about sex workers as if we're, this is why I tell y'all misogyny and racism are the exact same thing, because the way that you talk about sex workers like we're aliens, what are they doing? It's the same way white people talk about black people. Oh my God, I'm just trying to learn. I didn't even know that, this was a thing happening to black people. That's what the fuck y'all sound like when y'all talk about sex workers. It's the same issue. And you all need to fix that. And trans people have been here. They've always been here. None of this shit is new. We're not just like, the trans people are not just like popping the fuck up out of nowhere. Like there's some fucking alien ship just dropped them out of the sky and they just fucking sprouted up. They've been here. What, are you surprised? So you're just gonna act like they don't exist because they don't identify with your narrow ass view of how, humans are supposed to exist in this existence? Come on, y'all gotta do better than that. Y'all gotta have a little bit more understanding. And I'm really ashamed to like be a part of the human race when y'all don't know how to treat people, which brings me to my next motherfucking point. This conversation around race is getting on my fucking nerves. All right, I'm fucking exhausted. I'm tired. Why the fuck can't we treat each other with respect? Why the hell are human beings so fucked up that you literally have to witness a goddamn murder in front of your face for the umpteenth time, because it's been happening forever, right? It's been happening as long as I've been alive. Y'all have to witness this to know that you can have respect for another human being. Why the hell do white people, particularly, but the rest of y'all ain't off the hook either, because we know Asians hate black people too, all right? We know other people hate black people too. Why do y'all need so much coaching? What is wrong with your psyche? What's going on in there? What is that psychosis that needs to fucking tell you that you can treat another human being with some care and respect? Why? I am very confused. I need this conversation to shift already. Like, Jesus Christ, like, we're still doing this in 2020? In 2020, we're still doing this? Yes, anti-blackness is global as fuck. So nobody is off the hook. Even some black people ain't fucking off the hook. Why do humans need to have that much coaching? Black people are not orangutans living in the trees. We're not people of the trees, orangutan. We're not people of the trees. We're literally the same fucking primates as you. And I want to know why it's so hard to grasp that you don't have to treat us like shit. What fucking bubble are you living in that people from all over the world are just not like even interacting in your existence? Why is it when other people come into your to your spaces, when you see them, what the fuck makes you so upset? What disturbs you so much? But you know what? I think I have an idea. And on July 22nd, shameless plug, I'm actually doing a workshop with one of my mentors about it for my July 22nd birthday fundraiser, where I asked the question, what the fuck is wrong with white people? I think that if you go to that Eventbrite link I shared in my other post, I think I called it Examining the Psychosis of Whiteness. I want to know what the fuck is wrong with white people. What is making you do this? Because once upon a time, you all were standing in line with us. Y'all, we were the same fucking people because we had the same experiences when the white overseers were trying to oppress us. But then that shifted when they gave y'all permission to think that you were better than us. And all these years later, generations upon generations of generations, nothing has changed. So I really want to know when this conversation is going to shift, when we're going to stand together as people having the same experiences with classism and with other oppressive structures. Because there's a lot of white people that like to come in and do their white shit and be like, well, I'm white and I experienced this and I grew up poor. And if you did, bitch, why are you fucking racist as fuck? If you did, then why doesn't that click and make you want to like stand with the other people who are also as or even more oppressed than you? If you've had all these similar experiences, why are you still fucked up? I'm very fucking confused. I just want to know. So anyway, the Eventbrite link is shared. It's going to continue to be shared over the next month because the show is in about a month. So you look out for that link because I ain't fucking posted it. I want to tell y'all one thing before I go, and y'all are not going to fucking like this. And I'm almost afraid to say it, but y'all are not going to like this. Say what the fuck you want about the trash that is Donald Trump, but I am telling you something. This was the fucking lightning rod that we needed to have the fire shot up our fucking asses to make a change. And when the last election was happening, I said to someone, I actually want him to win. Not because I like him, not because I think he's smart, but because I thought this was what we were going to need to wake the fuck up. And I hope that we have woken the fuck up. And I'm telling you, don't let them fucking ease you with some laws being passed and just rocking you to fucking sleep with giving you some freedoms. This is a long fight. This is a fucking marathon. This is not a fucking sprint. This cannot just stop at the 2-year mark. This needs to go on until we fucking get our goddamn reparations, until a whole lot of shit changes within the global landscape of how we view Black people and people of color. Okay? This is what the fuck you needed, because you know what? Being nice about it and having Obama there wasn't enough. Because I understand that he was trying to do shit, but white people were stopping him. Now in comes a stupid buffoon motherfucker. I totally agree. Him and the people around him are the most cruelest fucking assholes ever to exist. However, this was the lightning rod we needed to get our asses to the street and have a fucking global gathering to where people were finally, for once, standing with fucking Black people. But this is not it. Don't let them fucking ease you. And I'm telling you right now, I am not convinced that he's going to lose in November. I'm still like watching it and waiting. Because you know what the issue is that I'm having with a lot of you all that's really disturbing to me is this conversation about voting. I need everyone to stop with the register to vote. I hope all of you are registered to vote comment, because guess what? You're fucking asking the wrong questions. What you need to be asking is, why the fuck is it that the people who are registered to vote can't fucking vote? Why can't they vote? People standing in Atlanta, in a Black neighborhood for 12 fucking hours in the heat. Black people have a long fucking history of voting in the United States of America. That is what the fuck, we were built on that shit. So I need y'all to miss me with that racist ass shit about, yo, hope y'all are registered to vote. The fuck, yes, they are registered to fucking vote. What, are you surprised? We've been told that shit from God knows when, that we needed to register to vote and we needed to vote. What, y'all forget about how when they had us paying? Do you all not read about voter suppression? There's far more information out there than it needs to be. And if you want to talk about a demographic that doesn't vote, try your Asian community. Let's take it there. Start fight. If you want to do this voting thing and you want people to vote, you need to fight for people to stop having their vote suppressed. Why the fuck after the last election were boxes of votes being found in janitorial closets in schools? No one's asking about that? You're not wondering why they're trying to stop the mail-in ballot? Everyone can't stand in line for 12 hours, sweetie. I know I can't. I can't stand nowhere for more than 5 minutes before my back starts giving out. They're oppressing people through the vote. They're suppressing the vote. Start asking different questions. Start fighting for something else. Find out why the fuck the people who are voting ain't voting on your fucking team. And as one piece that I did glimpse, and I have to go find it, I think it was done either in the Independent or the Times. I think it was like the Independent, where the writer spoke about how Black people know white people better than they know themselves. So if they're voting for the other team, it's because they know how white people are going to vote. And they try to fight the power that way. Stop fucking talking about people need to go vote and people need to be registered. I have been registered to vote since I was fucking 18 years old. And I told y'all over and over again in 2016, every time I go there to vote, not even every year, every time there's a goddamn election and I go in there to vote, at my registered place where they send me my registration information, I go in there, my fucking name is in there. And then even when I do the write-in ballot, I get a letter in the mail saying, your vote didn't count because you're not registered to vote, which is some bullshit. But then I see that they sent me an absentee ballot when the last election, I couldn't even vote. They sent my shit back and told me my vote didn't count. You need to find out why people are not able to vote. Stop being racist. Stop fucking being anti-Black. Stop being ignorant and ask yourself, why the hell are people having all these difficulties? Why are they doing all of these things? And fix it. Fix it. During the last presidential election, I remember reading about a bus full of churchgoers being stopped and pulled over when they were on their way to drive their people to go vote because they keep closing down all the polling places or making it impossible for people to even vote without certain kind of identification and whatnot. Like they put up all kinds of barriers. This ain't about, I don't think my vote will count. Well, shit, I can't even fucking get out there to vote. So what the fuck are you talking about? That comment is rooted in racism and your love for being ignorant as fuck. You need to go do some research on that voting shit. And I just need this conversation to end. I don't want to hear no more shit. I don't want to see no more motherfuckers talking about we gonna go here and go register Black people to vote because Black people don't vote. You's a lie. You's a lie, bitch. Black people always been voting, bitch. You better get it together. You better go look up your numbers. You better go look up your numbers and see the demographic of people that do not vote. Yo, this racism is thick. It is a smog, yo. It's a smog, and y'all have to continuously do that work. The moment that you're trying to think of saying or doing something that could possibly be anti-Black, you need to go to that Google, which is your best friend, and think about why you're saying this. Because I promise you, it has a long history in racism. It has a long history in misogyny. All right? So this is what I want right now. Please, please. Reframe your thinking, reframe your doing. Stop blaming Black people for what the fuck's happening with you because you're sitting on your fucking ass and sitting here saying that we don't do X, Y, Z when we have historically always been out there fighting for the fucking right to vote, paying for the fucking right to vote. And then you have the audacity to open your mouth and say that this is happening. And Michelle Obama, I'm coming for you, bitch. Listen, I've just been really busy. I've just really been busy. That shit about I'm really disappointed in my people, they didn't vote. Bitch, what? What? Bitch, you know what? Let me stop calling her a bitch because I'm just saying bitch because that's how I talk. But I understand why we love Michelle. I totally get it. I totally get why she's respected. However, girlfriend, you saying that your people didn't vote and you're disappointed in them, sweetie, I see what position you're in, and you're in a position of so much privilege and so much class that you have lost your goddamn mind saying some bullshit like that. All right, folks. I think I've rambled on long enough. I have said my goddamn feelings. 30 days of that impacting. I'm like completely impacted with that fucking anger. Stop silencing Black people. Stop allowing Facebook to silence Black people. Y'all need to rally against for every Black person that gets silenced for speaking about Black lives during this whole BLM crisis, during this whole COVID crisis, where we've fucking been telling you forever that how the healthcare system is fucked up, which is for a whole nother video. And by the way, y'all bitches that was like trying to try me about this COVID-19 thing, I told you, be careful who you're trusting. You're trusting people who have experimented on other people, Black people, other people of color. And if you want to trust what they say like that, well, guess what? I can't ride with you. I just can't. All right? Listen to Black people, listen to Black women, listen to Black sex workers, listen to Black trans people. Uplift those voices as well. And stop letting this thing be all fucking performative. It has to go further than you making a post, further than you sending in a couple of donations. This is a lifelong fucking process. I'm really ashamed to see that right now is the moment that folks are finally feeling like they can push Black people forward, trying to give them loans, trying to give them scholarships, trying to give them spaces to create. Why did it have to take for you to see the murder of another Black life on TV, for you to be like, well, maybe I should push Black people forward. You should have been doing that, because we rock this shit. Fuck what you heard. We rock this shit. Since this whole COVID-19 thing has been going down, we have been here entertaining the fuck out of you. Nobody has been bringing more fucking life to the internet than Black people during this time. Nobody is more responsible for how you fucking dress and act and want to be and navigate this world than because of Black people. All right, so you should have been respecting us always. Our music influences you. Some of you motherfuckers like to talk about, I grew up around Black people, so this is why I act Black. Whatever, bitch. You should have been respecting Black people. You should have been trying to push our voices forward. It should not have taken this long for you to do it. Absolutely not. So while it's good on one hand, I'm disgusted. And on the other hand, like, really? Like, y'all weren't going to help me until some man pretty much gave his life. Breonna and all of them, all these people that have died, Corinne Gaines as well, all of them have died. They came here and sacrificed their fucking life to give you a fucking jolt. Wake up. But it took one. And no disrespect to George Floyd's life, none whatsoever. But it took his fucking death for you motherfuckers to snap the fuck out of it. And I am hoping that it does not fade away quickly as the other times. Y'all want to get Trump out? Go to that fucking White House and rip that motherfucker down and drag his ass out. Because I'm telling you, because Bernie over here talking some wild shit about police. Biden is a fucking feely piece of shit. I am telling you, I tell y'all, I don't be telling y'all no lies. Y'all might not like my delivery, but I don't lie to you. And most times I'm telling you the fucking truth, and I be right. You go in there and drag his fucking ass out. Because that's the only way you're going to get his ass out. Because they're trying to set not Melania, Ivanka up to be first woman president. I could see that shit from day one. Okay? I'm not saying I'm always right, but I'm saying I probably am right. The only way to get him out is to rip his fucking head off and take him out of there. Now, I might get blocked again for this shit. Because white people don't like when you talk about their white saviors, their white kings, their white messiahs. They don't like when you talk about them like that. So I expect to get blocked again. However, I just, I told you what I told you. So you do whatever you want with that information. Yes, Emily, Ivanka. They're trying to set her up to be the first woman president. You need to stop that. Nip that shit right in the bud. Y'all up there doing fucking sermons in front of the White House, go break out every motherfucking window. Tear that shit down too. Cause there's a whole lot of fucking shit that went down in that shit. Slavery and the whole fucking nine. Tear that fucking bullshit down. Go in there and drag his motherfucking ass out. Because I'm telling you, I don't see it. I can't see how he's gonna lose. I can't see how he's gonna lose. Anyway, child, I gotta go. I've got a meeting I think I'm actually late for. And I've got a lot of schoolwork to do, as this is my last year of grad school. So thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for engaging. And I hope that we can just do better all around. Seriously. And please, when I'm hosting my event for July 22nd, because Black sex workers' lives do matter, please share and buy tickets and donate to the GoFundMe and all of that, okay? Because this is not just about sex workers. You got to understand that the sex work issue is a labor issue. And you can't just care about labor when it's pertaining to what you think work is. You have to understand that everyone has the right to work how they want to work. It's not just about you. All right? Because then you're going to end up in a whole nother situation. So thank y'all, and I'll talk to everyone later.